Hey there, amazing ones, and welcome to day 19 of the Choosing Love Over Fear Challenge. And today I want to talk all things regrets. So I want you to play along at home and join in this conversation, and I'd absolutely love to hear from you guys. If there are things that you regret in your life, or if you have had regrets in your life and you've gone beyond them, I'd absolutely love to hear from you how you've done that. Share that with our community, because this is a really big one. In our lives, we can struggle so much with the regrets of the past, right? And that's what I really want to talk about, because it is the key way to rob yourself of a future that you actually want. All right. And so the purpose of all of these messages is to let go of the things that hold you back, the things that limit you, and step into your limitless potential. All right. Go for what you want. Let go of the history and move into the mystery that's in front of you, right? With excitement, with joy, with all the great things. All right. But regret is a really key topic in this, and I'm often dealing with people, whether they are directly expressing to me or it just comes out through conversation and other things, that they're holding on to and judging their past self for some action or inaction, and they're so caught up in that and they're so not able to let go of it, that it is robbing them of the opportunity to actually be present and actually determine their future. And so today's topic is that regret is merely arguing with reality at the expense of developing your character. Because every single experience that we have in our lives is here to shape and mold us. We are like scientists in an experiment of life. We go and do things, we test things out, we see what works, we see what doesn't work. A lot of us just want to, live behind the belief systems or the philosophies of others and just try and play a safe game. But let me tell you right now, that's the number one regret of the dying. So I'll just bring this element in here as well. You guys who've followed me for a while would have heard me bring up this book a million times, but it's called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying by Bronnie Ware. And basically she was an Australian palliative care nurse who interviewed people on their deathbed in palliative care, and she asked them this question: what is the number one thing that you regret in your life, right? Right in this pivotal time where the end was near, right? And they're confronted with a reflection of their history and how they've lived this life. And she correlated all of the answers really fit into these 5 key areas. And the number one regret of the dying was that I wish I had have had the courage to live a life true to myself rather than one I felt was expected of me. So even, the group of us in humanity who want to just live behind other people's belief systems or philosophies and try and play a safe game, unfortunately, the easier you try to make it here right now, the harder it gets, because that is actually the end game of not living a life that's true to who you are, and instead living behind these expectations or belief systems or philosophies or religions or whatever. I don't want to, whatever you want to believe is what you want to believe, and if it works for you, absolutely, and if it's true for you, absolutely. But what I'm pointing to is more whether or not you, in the core of who you are, know whether you are living a life that is true to yourself, right? So that's one side of regret, right? If we don't live a life that is true to us, we can absolutely end in regret. And I like confronting regrets ASAP, right? I don't want to get to the end of my life and then in my last dying moments, then have a realization about how I could have lived, and when I don't have any other actions that I can take at that point, right? I'd rather bring it into my conscious awareness. Are there any things that I regret? What is a regret? A regret is arguing with the reality of the past that cannot be changed, right? If you have a regret to something, you're holding on to this negative judgment of yourself, your past self. And oftentimes you weren't even feeling it at the time. It's upon reflection, right? Like hindsight is 20/20. So you won't allow yourself to even escape a less experienced decision. You're judging yourself based on who you are now with the hindsight, with 20/20 vision of hindsight, right? The value there, and not allowing yourself to actually learn from your history, right? And move into your how you want to live your life. Sorry, I was trying really desperately not to say mystery then, because it was starting to sound like I was being a poem or something. But I want you to just think about where in your life right now, if you really got honest with yourself. For some of us, it's really clear we have these really strong regrets. And for others, they're more insidious, you know. There's like, oh no, I don't even care about regrets, or there's nothing there. But we actually have gone down a path of self-deception, and we've sugar-coated how we are judging ourselves for past actions and holding on. And what that's doing to us is robbing and sapping our energy, our inner trust, our belief in ourselves to actually go for our dreams, to actually get clear and inspired and move in a positive direction with faith and hope and openness to possibility and all of those great enlivening qualities. So there's all of that there, but today's title is on if regret is arguing with reality, and it's also at the expense of developing your character. Because if you just get caught up in judgment of a past self, an inaction or an action, that you are arguing with the reality of, like, it's been and gone, it's happened, it's done, there's no changing that, right? If you're arguing with that, you're expecting it to be different. You're wanting it so badly to be different. And what's the cost of that is not only all the things we've just discussed, like your self-belief, your trust, who you perceive yourself to be, but it's actually robbing you of the opportunity to learn the lesson and develop your character based on your experience about who you're going to choose to be from here on out. All right? If you just get stuck in the regrets of the past, you never go anywhere. You stay in the victim position in life. You never step up into being the creator of your life, right? And so there's so much in that that I would love to land for you guys. So just my hope is that this message will just give you an opportunity to just take a moment and just go, what am I regretting from my history, right? And what mystery is it in my future is it robbing me of, right? Like, what am I regretting in my history that's making me believe certain things about myself that prevents me from developing myself and my character and actually going after and pursuing the things that I know I'd be so inspired by, right? So these insidious little ways that we hold ourselves back from regrets of the past, we really need to shine a light on so that we can be free to actually live fully right here, right now, and develop the character through our experiences and the lessons of our history, so that we can actually believe in ourselves and trust in ourselves and open up to the possibility of what we want to create in our future. All right, so I just wanted to share this message with you guys today, and I'd love to hear from you guys. So please do drop me a comment. Let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. And if you do have any questions or comments or words of wisdom or anything you'd love to share on this topic, and even like I said at the beginning of this message, if you're someone who may have struggled with regret in your past, but you seem to have overcome it, we'd love to hear your strategy. You know, what have you actually done in your life to actually overcome the regrets of the past so that you can be free to live to your potential now? Thoreen, oh my gosh, so good to see you. It's so good to see you and have you live. Thanks for showing up and thanks for dropping a comment. I hope you're doing amazingly well. It's been way too long, my friend. We'll have to reconnect sometime. But really hope this message serves you guys, and I cannot wait to see you guys for day 20. We're going to be halfway through the challenge tomorrow, so hope that these messages are serving you in some way. All right, that's it from me today. Oh, and Vanessa's in the house as well. Good to see you, beautiful soul. Always love having you here as well. So good to have you guys here. And yeah, if these messages serve you at all, please do share them, pass them along to any other exceptional souls just like you, who you feel could join the conversation, contribute to it, or get some value from it. All right, that is it from me today. I'm off to battle the beautiful sunshine, but the humidity, and enjoy a bit of a date day Saturday. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, and hope you've got an amazing day planned or evening planned wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and Doreen, I'll just check in with this comment. Yes, we got to catch up, and you're inspiring me to start doing daily lives. Boom! You're so great at them. Get in there. I love that, and I hope to see you on there and get to glean some of your wisdom as well, Thrain. So much love coming your way, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.